G'day and welcome to Foord Offroad. Today, working on my Toyota Hilux. Going to show you all how to replace the water pump and the timing belt. Because as you can see, definitely seen better days. Remove the radiator. Now the radiator's out, I can start pulling all this apart to get to the water pump. The thing I'm going to do before removing the belt is take the fan off. That's because those are going to be a lot harder to undo when it's all spinning freely. It's a lot easier when the belt still has the resistance on it. Okay. Pull the fan off. Now we can take the dry belt off. If you have to take a photo or draw a picture of where the dry belt goes, just a 14mm on this one, which is a tensioner. Get some leverage. Pull it off and back it off. If you're curious about how to change that with everything else still in the car, check out, I've got a video on my channel about how to do just that. Go give it a look. Now I'm going to take the timing cover off. Just 2, 4, 6, 10mm bolts. Just come forwards. And there it is. You might be thinking, but why do you have to take that off when there's water pumps only here? Well, because Toyota had the brilliant idea to put 2 bolts behind this cover. So you've got to take the whole timing belt off to get to 2 bolts. You also got to take the whole drive belt tensioner system off just to get to these 2 bolts, which is, believe me, is a stupid idea. But it has to be done, so let's do it. So I'm going to start with removing the drive belt tensioner assembly, which is bolted to the alternator, so you need to take that off first, and then there's bolts that go in like that. I'm going to start with taking this pulley off with a 14mm. Yeah, undo the plugs from the alternator. There's just a plug on the back and a 10mm with the power wire on it. If you haven't already, make sure you disconnect your battery before you try and undo those bits off the alternator. Otherwise you're going to arc your spanner out against something and it's going to spark and you're going to create more problems for yourself. The other thing you can do is remove the air filter box. You don't have to. I've removed it purely so I've got somewhere to sit the camera. Undo the alternator, a 14, and there's 2 12s down the bottom. So next, going to unbolt the AC compressor, just a couple of plugs and 4 12mm bolts. They're pretty long ones. Do not take these off. Your AC is not going to work anymore if you take these off, and you're going to get a bunch of gas in the face. Leave them on. 1, 2, 3, 4 12mm bolts, and we're just going to sit it aside. You don't need to remove it from the car. That's just so you can get to the bolts that hold the tensioner assembly on. Sit this up out of the way. So the tensioner's got 4 bolts holding it on. There's 2 around this side on the back and 2 around this side on the front. You can reach them without taking that off, but for the 1 minute it takes to pull it off and reach them a lot easier, it's worth it. So just pull it off. And they're all 12mm bolts as well. Cam pulley, that little mark has to line up with that arrow, and on the high pressure pump pulley there's a little mark somewhere in it that lines up around the side here. So 22mm socket down onto the crank, and just turn it over until that top one lines up. Which is there, and then check that the bottom's lined up as well. Which you see, it's really hard to see. There's a little notch out of it there, and there's a corresponding bit on this backing plate on the engine. Before removing the timing belt, I'm going to just loosen this cam bolt. Go. Right, doesn't need much, just needs to be loose. Turn your crank back so the timing marks are alright. Now we're going to take the timing belt off. Just need a 10mm socket, just on these two, which is the hydraulic tensioner. So that's off. Remove the belt. Washer on the back of it. Don't lose that washer, just sit it down like that. You're going to replace this, gets replaced, but still, you don't lose the washer. Before you take that all the way out, just knock on the front of the pulley a little bit. Not super hard, I'm just trying to loosen it because it's on a taper, so it's pulled in really tight. There we go. Just got it just enough to give it a bit of a knock. Pull that out, pull it off carefully, because you do not want to lose this piece. That's what stops it spinning on the camshaft and destroying your engine. Do not lose that, and do not forget to put it back in. That in its own special spot. Now that the timing belt and components are off, just 2, 4, 5 bolts in this plastic cover, and then we can finally get to the water pump. Remove that. Take this little piece of foam out. Don't forget to put this, well, don't really matter if you put that, if you don't put that back in, but it's very easy to forget to put that back in. So now after pulling half the bloody engine bay apart, we can finally remove the water pump from the car. So just sear a couple of 10 mils around this water pump. When the water pump comes off, depending on how much it has leaked out, there's going to be more water that comes out. So you have your bucket under there still when you actually take it properly off. Which I believe that is all of the on it. 2 more over here, which is what you have to take the timing belt off for, is just for these two. Which is a bit of a pain. Whole timing belt for these two, and whole tensioner assembly for these two. So that should be loose. It's a bit more of a mess. Pull her off, see how fucked it is. Oh, it's not that wrecked. I was expecting that to just not even like be all corroded, not even be a wheel anymore, but you can see that the bearings had it. Pull your gasket off as well. The kit will have a new gasket with it. And wipe and clean up that surface there with a razor blade and a little bit of sandpaper, not too heavy sandpaper, just enough to clean the surface up nice, and chuck a new one on there. All cleaned up, ready for the new water pump. New water pump, that is the part number from Repco. New water pump comes with a new gasket. It's not a metal gasket, it's a soft gasket. And it also comes with some new studs to put the fan on. So these soft gaskets, paint both sides of them with some aviation gasket sealant. Don't use silicone. Just paint both sides of it. Press it on there. The water pump. doing them tight with this. I'm going to check them afterwards. There is a specific torque setting. I don't know what it is, but I'd imagine it to be about somewhere between 8 to 12 Newton meters. Or roughly that tight. Before I put the drive belt tensioner back on, I'm going to replace the thermostat. And thermostats have different degrees that they open at. This is an 82. The old one was also an 82. Some petrol cars are like 90s and 87s and stuff. For a diesel, an 82 is pretty good. Just chuck that new seal around the edge there and put it in the car. Let's put it back in. There's this little loose bit in it. That's an air bypass. That has to go at the utmost point. So some thermostats is laying down or on the side or whatever. That has to go on the utmost point. So in this case, it's quite easy to do that. Face it straight up. Make sure the housing's clean before you put it back on. Pull back up. Once again, do not over tighten them. They're only 10mm little M6 bolts. So now I can start refitting the engine accessories. Starting with the tensioner assembly. Just 4 12mm bolts. Make sure they're tight because they also hold the water pump, I mean. This pulley back on, make sure you haven't lost that little washer. Like I said earlier in the video, there is a separate video on my channel about how to change the timing belt. So I'm just going to glaze over, I'm not going to do it in detail. That's the part number from Gates. Get your belt, some seals, new tensioner, new pulley, and a sticker, and put them next to each other and try and compare, but the best way is to count the teeth. So just pop that seal out. This cover plate back on. Get the little piece of metal that you definitely haven't lost by now. Put it back in the keyway. Put the cam pulley back on, make sure it slides on. And no Loctite yet, just do it up finger tight just to get the belt on. And then new belt will have some arrows on it for which way of rotation. It rotates that way. Also have 2 marks, one to line up with the cam, another one to line up down on the high pressure pump. Go. It is good that it's tight. If it's not tight, then you probably have the wrong belt. Pull the grenade pin out, as we call it in the trade. And then spin it one full rotation until the cam lines back up. till it's lined back up, which is there. And then the timing belt cover back on. And remember that the timing belt cover bolts are the ones with a little shank. The short end of the thread goes into the water pump with a dab of Loctite on it. So just not much, just a tiny bit. Water pump, thermostat and timing belt replacement on a 1KD Hilux engine. Now I'm going to chuck the radiator back in. If you want to see radiator removal and replacement and the correct bleed procedure, jump over my channel because that's in a separate video. Thanks for watching.